It's a very important question. Simply this: what exactly is the soul? Now, we read the scripture yesterday on the broadcast in the book of Genesis chapter 2 verse 7, and God breathed the breath of life into man, and he became a living soul. And I made the distinction yesterday on the broadcast. It's very, very clear. This is two different separate acts of creation. He created the human body, made it out of dust of the earth, and it was there. It was lying there. And then God did the very distinctive act of breathing into his nostrils, and it says this in the book of Genesis, breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and he became a living soul. So that word stands out. What is the soul? Most people would say, well, it's the inner part of a human. True. But it goes deeper than that. It's the thinking, the reasoning, the feelings. It's all a part of the human body and the human heart, but it's separate and distinct from the body, because truly we see this in the very act of creation. The body has, by its very design, a limitation to it. And of course, we find as we read the scriptures in the early days, it would last many, many years. But then after the flood, God shortened the life of the body. But what we discover is that once the body expires, the soul does not. The soul continues to live. And this is very important that we understand this distinction. The soul will not die. So now, we go back to the question that we presented last week on the broadcast. Do you believe in God? Do you believe that there is a God? Do you believe that there is spiritual activity and that there was a God who created it all? Do you believe that God created man and that he breathed the breath of life into man? If you don't believe these things, then I would ask you a simple question. How do you deal with your inner person? Because you know that your inner person is very much alive. And it's even alive when you're asleep, because it dreams. And you have conscious thoughts that runs through your mind even when you are asleep. It continues to function. And so we look at these things and we go, okay, if my soul is forever alive, then where will it be when my body dies? Pastor Jack King with the gospel, the radio broadcast.